Do it now. Creep up behind me and saying, "What's the time, Mr. Wolf?"
I was trying to wait for my eyes to get used to the darkness, but it's so bloody dark
Can't
down
see
here.
anything down here. So, I'd like to ask, if there are any spirits up here, could you make yourself known, please?
Just in case you've forgotten, my name's Jeff. And my friend here is Phil. Are there any other games that you would like to play?
You're whistling, Jeff. So do something now, please.
Movement on the stairs.
Yes, sir, yes.
Even poison. Manufactured
Yes,
record.
sir, yes, sir.
Go.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Here we go.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Here we go.
It's like a light is in my face, but I can't fall for you. I close my eyes and drift away. I've overdosed on you. Cause then you wake up dead one day.
As the weeks, days, and hours pass, the tension builds, and I am on edge as the location that we are investigating draws closer. On the previous investigation, something did not want us there, and I thought I was going to be attacked. I will only be joined by Phil on the investigation, as Mark has family commitments. We return to Englefield Hall. The building was constructed in 1880 by Odes and Sons as a coffee tavern called the Victoria. The intent was to provide an alternative form of refreshment to reduce the alcohol consumption of the workers who were building the nearby Founders Hall College. It was opened in December 1880 by General Sir Alexander Taylor. A main hall was added and the foundation stones were laid by Princess Helena Victoria and Princess Christina. By 1910, the Coffee Tavern had evolved into a full temperance hotel. From 1940 to 1945, the building was used as a safe haven, providing classrooms for children. During the war, the location was used as a military base planning top-secret operations. Before our investigation commences, here is what took place on our previous visit.
Bloody hell, it ain't half dark in here, Phil.
It certainly is. Can't see anything.
No.
There's definite knocking.
Fuck.
What was it?
Hold on. Hello? Whoa.
I'm standing in one of the rooms on the ground floor.
Whoa.
What was that?
That was a child's voice.
It sounded like it, didn't it?
Whoa, shit.
What?
Something's moving.
Basically, you pulled at our clothing, didn't you?
Noises from the stage area, Phil. There was knocking.
Yeah, definitely. Come and talk to me. Tell me what it was like in here. Was that you, Jeff?
No.
Okay, there was 3 knocks there. Thank you. Could you come over and stand?
It was like a man whispering. I don't know if it was for me or if it.
Come into this room. Run into this room.
Someone was speaking. As I got just down there, I could hear someone speaking. Whoa, shit. Phil,
Yeah.
someone's coming down the stairs.
Talk to me about...
Someone's walking in the main hall. I can hear the creaking of the floor. No.
What's happened? Where are you, Jeff? Where are you?
Hey! Who are you? What's your name? I saw you. What's your name?
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm alright.
What was the figure like?
Jeff,
What's going on? What?
someone just pushed me into the wall and I bent my fingers back. It's in here.
I contact Mark Luca of South London Investigate the Paranormal. Mark and his team have done several investigations at Englefield Hall. So, Mark, you run South London Investigate the Paranormal along with your partner, and you have investigated Englefield Hall several times. When we were there, on our investigations, we did capture quite a lot of evidence of children there with voices. How many times have you investigated Englefield Hall, and what sort of evidence of children have you captured at the location?
So we've investigated the hall 3 times, and on all 3 occasions we have heard, both through audio recording and live with our own ears, children's voices in and around the building.
And do you believe that they are children that were based there as a safe haven throughout the war?
On the occasions I've heard children's voices in the hall, it seems to have been quite happy, laughter, quite jovial. So I think it's possibly the spirit of children that were sent there as evacuees during the war.
Now, I'd spoken to you before about this. On our investigations there, we found that when 11 o'clock comes, the children sort of disappear and something different comes through that's, shall we say, a little bit more scarier and doesn't like you invading its space. And on our previous investigations there, I mean, I actually saw this woman come through the wall, which took me by surprise because it turned quick towards me and I thought I was going to be attacked. And you've had sort of the same experiences there where 11 o'clock comes and everything seems to change.
Yeah, certainly. It takes on a completely different feeling. There's a different vibe in the building the later into the night it gets. We've encountered a quite nasty, malevolent entity, spirit of a female upstairs in the loft space, who really didn't want us there, and it wasn't a nice feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that the woman that I saw on the ground floor that come through the wall is the woman that has been seen up on the top floor, which is now, I guess, a wardrobe storage area. And it has been reported that there's an elderly lady that sort of wanders from room to room up there and doesn't like people being up on that top floor.
As we've said, the longer you're there in an investigation, the stranger the vibe is around that building. There's definitely something there, and at certain points there's definitely something there that makes itself known. It doesn't want anyone else there.
Yeah. Mark, thank you very much for joining us, and
You're welcome.
happy ghost hunting.
And you.
Cheers, buddy. Before 11 o'clock in the evening, the spirits of the children are present, but then they go into hiding as something else takes over the property, something that does not want anyone there, and it tries to make you leave. With the windows blacked out so there is no outside contamination, we set up our full spectrum night vision cameras throughout the building. In some areas we will be using portable power generators as there are no nearby electrical sockets. Static Cam 1 is in the rear stage area. This area is the first time that we have been granted access. Static Cam 2 is facing the main stage. Static Cam 3 is in the main hall. Static Cam 4 is on the ground floor where the apparition of an old lady was seen. Static Cam 5 is positioned in the first floor hallway where the door to room 3 opened and closed by itself. With our static cams now in place, we begin our investigation at Englefield Hall. We start off in the main hall area. We have several trigger objects. A teddy bear which will pick up any static energy by turning from red to green. A police car which has sensors to detect EMF. And a music box which will activate if any movement is detected.
You join us again at our return visit to Englefield Hall. Now this evening it's just Jeff and myself. Unfortunately Mark has prior commitments with his family, so just the two of us. We've come back to Englefield Hall for several reasons. Firstly, because in the past we've captured quite a few things here. We've captured figures, voices. Both Jeff and I have been pushed. We've had our t-shirts pulled. And we believe that things are still going on here. Now I'd like to start. What we found in the past was earlier in the evening, we were picking up voices of children, and the atmosphere seemed okay. Yeah, we're standing here in the dark, but it wasn't scary. It was fairly relaxed. So what we thought we'd do is we'd start by asking any children that are here perhaps to come and talk to us. Now you may recognise us because, as I say, we've been here before. And last time we were here, when we spoke to you, you came and actually let us know that you were here. And what we've done this time is we've brought some toys for you to play with. Now on the floor, you can see that there's a teddy bear. Now that teddy bear, if you go near it, it might change colour. At the moment it's all lit up in red. And if you go near it, it will turn green. Now you may also see there's a car on the floor which is flashing lights. It's like a police car. Again, if you go near that, you can make it move. And the other thing which is on the floor is a music box. If you touch that or go near it, you can just run past it if you like. It will start to play a tune. Now, none of these would do you any harm. As I say, we brought them along because we thought it might be nice for you to have something to play with. So why don't you do that? Perhaps I can show you what happens if you go near the car. Now, because I'm going near it, it might set the music box off as well. There we go. So not only did we make the car move, but we've made the music box play. Do you like that? Is that something you can do for us? To let us know that you're here? Don't be frightened of the toys on the floor. I know you might not have seen toys like this that light up, but as I say, they're not going to do you any harm, and they're fun to play with. What sort of toys do you like playing with? You're very quiet. I tell you what I'm going to do, see this thing I'm holding in my hand? This is a recorder and it will record your voice. Now I understand you might be a little bit worried about coming over, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it behind me. And what I want you to do is creep up behind me and say your name into it. Can you do that for me? Here we go. You ready? Did you do it? I didn't hear you. Maybe you crept up. It's a bit like that game, What's the Time, Mr. Wolf? Did you used to play that? Do it now. Creep up behind me and saying, "What's the time, Mr. Wolf?" See if you can get right up behind me and touch me without me noticing you're creeping up behind me.
Behind Phil in the next room, our static cam 4 captures a dark mass that comes out of the wall, then moves back into the wall. Here is the original footage, followed by the footage enhanced.
Do it now. Creep up behind me, saying, "What's the time, Mr. Wolf?" See if you can get right up behind me and touch me without me noticing you're creeping up behind me. Do it now. Creep up behind me, saying, "What's the time, Mr. Wolf?" See if you can get right up behind me and touch me without me noticing you're creeping up behind me.
We're on the stage and we're going to an area where we didn't have access before. Not sure what it was used for, but I know they used it for storage and other bits and pieces for audio, for stage performances, but we've never been able to gain access, and so this is the first time we are going to go behind the stage. Is this where you're hiding? Can you tell me your name, please? I was trying to wait for my eyes to get used to the darkness, but it's so bloody dark
Can't
down
see
here.
anything down here.
All seemed quiet, so we made our way back to the main stage area.
Good evening, children. Do you remember me? Just in case you've forgotten, my name's Jeff, and my friend here is Phil. Now, you played with us last time when we was here, pulling our t-shirts, running around, and we could hear your voice. And that's why this evening we've brought you the police car and the teddy bear and the music box for you to play with. So it would be nice if we could hear you shout out so we know that you're listening. Can you do that, please? Are there any other games that you would like to play?
You're whistling, Jeff.
Did you hear whistling?
Yeah.
I heard something in the distance, but I don't know where it was coming from. I couldn't make out exactly what it was. Is that you whistling? Can you do something louder, please?
Phil hears whistling, and it is caught on the audio of our Static Cam 2 facing the main stage area. And when we enhance it, it is a children's nursery rhyme, London Bridge is falling down. Here is the enhanced audio.
Are there any other games that you would like to play?
You're whistling, Jeff.
Are there any other games that you would like to play?
You're whistling, Jeff.
Did you hear whistling?
Yeah.
I heard something in the distance, but I don't know where it was coming from. I couldn't make out exactly what it was.
It was time to go up to the second floor where the old lady has been seen moving from room to room. There are 2 rooms that are now used for wardrobe and costume storage.
Now, there's been reports up on this floor, although it's a very small area, there's been reports of an older lady that has been seen that for whatever reason likes to stay up here. Maybe she keeps an eye on all the costumes, who knows? Maybe when this place was a temperance hotel, maybe she stayed up here. So I'd like to ask, if there are any spirits up here, could you make yourself known, please? Tell me your name. Why do you stay up here? Now you may not have heard our introductions downstairs, so I'm going to do it again. My name is Phil, and my colleague, his name is Jeff. So may I ask to whom I'm speaking, please? Can you see us? We're not here to cause you any harm, but we're interested in the history of this place. And that's why we'd like to talk to you, so we can find out more about how this place was. Is that something you can help me with, please? But it gives us the opportunity to talk to you and possibly see you. But for us to be able to communicate with you, before we do anything, I need to know that you're here. Now you can do that by shouting. You can, if you don't want to shout, this little device I'm holding will record your voice so that we'll be able to listen back to it. So you can talk into where this little red light is. You can talk into that. If that's not something you can do, then perhaps you can make a noise or move something. There's plenty of things in here which you can move. You could knock something off. You could move something. The other thing is, if you come and stand in front of me, between Jeff and myself, this other little box I'm holding with the green light on it won't do any harm, but it will change colours, and it just shows you that you're here and that you can hear my voice. I have a good reason why I want to talk to you. Nothing untoward, but for me to talk to you, I need you to let us know that you're here and that you can hear and see us. So do something now, please.
Movement on the stairs.